Traditional Bonsai Exhibition, Identity within the Festival Space of Tran Temple Festival. I am immersed in the early spring festival atmosphere at Tran Temple in Nam Dinh. Amid the flow of pilgrims and the rhythm of community life, the traditional bonsai exhibition space appears as an extension of that cultural landscape. This is not an exhibition following the naturalistic trend currently popular around the world. Most of the works here carry the strong imprint of northern Vietnamese traditional style. Trees that are monumental, clearly structured, and rich in symbolism. The aesthetics of grandeur. The first striking impression I feel in this exhibition space at the Tran Temple Festival is this. There are many large-scale trees, many towering specimens, multi-layered structures, wide canopies. These works do not pursue minimalism or compact refinement. Instead, they impress through grandeur, the accumulated age formed through many years of shaping, a powerful presence upright, direct, and clearly articulated. In traditional Vietnamese bonsai aesthetics, a large tree is not merely physical size. It is also a symbol of endurance, longevity, and character. Works such as Ma Dao Than Kong, Tuyet Bich Cao Long, Tru Quan, Long Thang, Ngai Vang Dat Viet are placed within the sacred space of Donga Square, in the Tran Temple Pagoda Historical Complex of Nam Dinh. These monumental bonsai pieces seem to resonate with historical spirit, with reverence for ancestors, with the heroic Dong A aura once resounding through the greatest victories in Vietnamese history. This is also the homeland of the revered Saint Tran Hung Dao and of To Trung Tu, the founding ancestor of Vietnam's ornamental plant craft. Order and symbolism. Another easily recognizable feature in the displayed works is the canopy formation style. Disc-shaped layers, cloud spread formations, clear mass divisions, distinct tiering. For those familiar with international natural-style bonsai, this approach may feel somewhat restrained. But viewed through a Vietnamese cultural lens, it represents a sculptural philosophy that values balance with clear composition, controlled visual rhythm, a connection to Vietnamese life philosophy. It is closely related to traditional fine arts, where form is carefully organized and deeply symbolic. It is no coincidence that this canopy style has endured through generations. It reflects an aesthetic system long established within craft villages and gradually spread throughout the country. Craft villages, the foundation of identity. International audiences may not know this. Nam Dinh is a land with a long-standing tradition of ornamental trees. It is home to the ancestral temple of the craft in VK Flower and Bonsai Village, with more than 800 years of history. Many works in this exhibition come from local gardens and traditional craft villages, places where techniques of nurturing, wiring, and pruning are transmitted through generations. Here, bonsai is not simply a personal hobby shaped by market trends. It is a true profession, a family heritage, a lineage legacy, a source of pride for the Vietnamese bonsai community. This element creates a profound distinction between craft village bonsai and modern international exhibition bonsai. Distinct Vietnamese identity. When compared with international bonsai styles such as Japanese or European traditions, the differences are evident. Modern international styles often emphasize naturalism, minimalism, and compact form, neutral display spaces, often indoors. Meanwhile, traditional Vietnamese ornamental tree style highlights majesty and grandeur, clear, decisive structure, symbolism and humanistic philosophy embedded within the tree, community connection. In my view, these two value systems are not opposites. They simply reflect different cultural foundations. Bonsai in each country, in each locality, carries its own essence. It does not need to be identical. If one place creates trees exactly like another, where then is identity? Therefore, we should not measure one bonsai style by the standards of another. Doing so may lead to an incomplete perspective. Preserving identity, not to close ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, in the context of global integration, many Vietnamese artists are experimenting with international natural styles. That is necessary and positive. However, preserving and maintaining traditional style is equally important. Because if everyone follows the same global trend, distinct identity will gradually fade. This exhibition within the Tran Temple Festival shows us a characteristic facet of Vietnamese bonsai, not for comparison, but to affirm diversity within the global bonsai world. Ladies and gentlemen, the bonsai exhibition within the festival space at Tran Temple in Nam Dinh reveals a distinctive slice of traditional Vietnamese bonsai. Not every style moves toward the same standard. Each land, each community forms its own aesthetic system based on history and cultural conditions. Traditional Vietnamese bonsai, with its monumental works, disc-shaped canopies, cloud-spread formations, layered structures, clear mass divisions, and impressive scale, is one part of the diverse landscape of global bonsai art. When viewed in that context, difference is no longer something to compare, but something that enriches the art of ornamental trees worldwide. And perhaps the greatest value of this exhibition lies not only in individual works, but in the fact that it shows bonsai still living with the community, deeply connected to tradition, and rooted in the unique cultural space of Nam Dinh, a land of profound history, rich culture, and enduring spiritual identity of Vietnam.